Feels like I was just here.
Yeah, not too long ago.
I was streaming by myself.
We are here. We are live. We are going to be doing some street work on the layout. Curly's Express is here. Hello, Curly. What's going on? Good to see you, brother.
Hi.
We'll see how many people come in before we flip over the camera,
You need
to the
earrings.
other camera. Get your earrings in.
Yep.
Fishy's still so happy that we got her ears pierced.
Yes.
So
Yeah. I went 40 years without holes in my ears.
yeah, now she's got holes in the ears.
Now I'm
Next thing you know, she's gonna have a stud on the side of her nose. That'll be the next thing.
I want to, but I'm kind of scared. Do I want a hole in my nose? Maybe I take a. They probably have a needle for that, huh?
Hey, JD Scrapping is here. Hand pink wave. There we go. Hey.
Right. Show the, on here, they don't show all the emojis. They just say
Hand
what.
pink wave. There we go. Woo.
But why is it like Curly's comes across as waves? So some emojis work and some don't, apparently.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know why. But it's good to see you there.
I don't know.
Yes. Scrap it, Katie. Yeah, what do you think? And I'd have to figure out if I did it, I had to figure out which side. Like earrings on the ears is one thing, that's pretty standard. I mean, you could go over the place, but that's a pretty standard thing. Be like right side or left side. Not in the middle. Not
Yeah,
going.
you put something in the middle. I expect a dog bone to go across it.
I was thinking a bull ring.
And the spear in one hand, and a dead wild boar in the other one. You're going ooga booga, ooga booga, ooga booga, ooga booga.
No, you can have that. You can put. Hi, sunflower.
Sunflower, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, I hope Chicago is getting nailed with snow.
Why would you say that? Oh, look, Katie's scrapping. See, now you can see his waves.
Oh, there you go.
It depends on what emoji you use, if Restream understands it or not.
Well, I can see the pink hand wave on YouTube side.
Yeah. I'm just saying
There, yeah.
on Restream, that's where they.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Why is it when you get destructions, they put it in such small print so you can't even read it?
It's called a magnifying glass. They tell you, hey, you're getting older. If you can't read this, you're old.
But look how small it is. It's tiny. They only cover half the page. They could have made it bigger.
Well, that's why they make it so small, because they're going to think they're not really going to read the instructions, are they?
You know what I got for Christmas? What?
Cotton candy machine. Now, you're not supposed to read the instructions of how to operate it. You're just supposed to operate it and then watch it break.
Yeah.
There's a little snow. Oh, well. No snow, but it's cold and windy. Oh, yeah, well, I know parts of Michigan were getting nailed last night. I was watching that, especially in the Upper Peninsula up by Lake Superior. They were just getting nailed with snow like crazy. And then, of course, when I went to bed last night, there was nothing happening. Wake up and look out the window, and it's just like we got a blizzard going on here. Windy, snow. So I was out and about today and traveling around, and yeah, even in the city, we got some whiteout conditions happening here. But the roads weren't too bad. So I thought I'm gonna go out and do what I need to get done, and then get back home, and then get ready for tonight's live stream. So once we get enough people in here, we'll flip over to the layout, and I've already got some stuff done, so you'll see how it looks.
Let's see if this works.
What's that?
It's supposed to be, yeah, it's a magnifying glass.
Oh, can you see through it?
Yep. And yeah. I can see all your nose hairs now. No, it actually is a magnifying glass.
Actually, send that to me. I can make windows out of it. And put people in there. They'll look real big against the.
Actually, if you want these, you know where I got this?
Where'd you get that?
I got it for free at the library. It's a.
Is it flimsy?
I'm not gonna if they still have them. I plan to go there tomorrow. I could grab a couple.
Yeah, I wonder if you can cut that with the scissors.
Oh yeah, it's very thin.
Oh! Grab me some of those because I have an idea.
Okay, see?
But because if I put interior in my buildings, I can put those as windows. And it would magnify the inside, and people
look at
it. See,
look.
Okay, stop it. You're going to give me nightmares now. Oh, there we go.
See, it works.
Yeah.
Now, do I need to? Maybe I gotta switch it. Let's see. I wonder if it matters which way. No, I think it works. Anyway, look at it. It's just lightweight. He's excited now. He's thinking about it.
You done playing? Done playing around?
Huh?
You done playing around?
No, look. This part's funny. Look, the eyeballs.
Yeah, fishy, you have eyes now.
Hey, look like a fish now, right? Look. Ron.
Yeah.
Okay, see if I can read this now.
Get these silly people on here anymore. I don't know.
You have fish eyes now. Yep, that's right.
Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, people.
I think I need to move my light over here.
I got my phone all set up, so when I do go over on the layout, I'll be able to keep an eye on the chat. But then again, we have the beautiful fishy here. And why you've gotten so foggy all of a sudden?
Because I put the light on it for now, so I can see.
Oh, is that why? I just thought,
See? Oh, maybe that'll work right there.
There for a minute there, I thought maybe you took up smoking.
I will never smoke. Because I don't want to kill myself. Never. Making cotton candy. Okay, I already did that part. I want to know how you clean it. Troubleshooting. Cleaning. There we go. Always disconnect. Oh, yeah, of course. Unplug it before you get it wet, right?
Well, of course, yeah. That's the way
Let it cool off first. Yeah. Do not immerse in water. Do not hold face under running water. Make sure that no water or liquids penetrate the housing. So how are you supposed to clean it? You just wipe it with a damp cloth?
Oh, maybe. Maybe.
They make it sound like no water, but you need it to clean it.
That means I'll have to move my microphone for this too when I move over there.
That's funny though. Now you saw my fish eyes. Now you want this. Haha. Look what I got. Look what I got.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, if I send it to you, it'll take you a month to get it, right? No, it's just let's put this in an actual letter thing, so it shouldn't take that long. Right? I shouldn't have to do it all that clear time. I just buy it. And just I think. I don't know. Why are you rubbing your mic?
All right. Can you,
What'd you do?
I just moved it.
Oh, because I heard static when you weren't touching it.
Well, I'm just moving. I'm just going to get ready because then I can pivot it around.
Oh, even when you let go of it, it was staticky, so I didn't know what was going on.
Oh.
But now it's good.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as it's good.
If I remember, I'll get you this tomorrow.
How many people got in here? We got 4 people watching.
I had up to 14 today. That was pretty good.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't always get that.
It'd be nice if I can get up to 20 people, but I don't think that's going to happen. I thought for sure the way my channel was climbing a little bit, I'd be at 900 by now, but that ain't happening either.
No, you can't just assume things.
No.
Some people get stuff right away and some don't, but sometimes it's the effort you put into it too. And sometimes some people put a lot of effort in and they still don't get a lot. It just kind of depends. All right. Yeah.
Yep, I got a fun feeling I'm going to have to order some street lights, which I haven't looked to see how many got left yet because I really don't want to go out there right now and start counting them. Of course, I still have to figure out how many street lights are going to need for the street running scene anyways. So one thing at a time. I got majority of the road put in, so started on the other side, and I got to figure out where the side streets, if there's going to be any side streets or any dead end streets, or because I haven't got a lot of room on the one side for a lot of wide buildings, so I do kind of want to make a kind of an alleyway in the back next to the track when it goes behind the building. So we'll see if that's going to pan out. Probably not. Depending on how big of a building I put in there and what the footprint is. So, yeah, I know a lot of people roll around James. I know some people. I don't know. I know Floyd was asking me if I was going at 8 o'clock. I said yes, and stuff. I didn't know James was going to go live, so well. You can't worry about other people going live. Because if he's going to do that, then you'll never end up going live. So you just go live whenever you feel like. Don't worry about what other channels are doing. It's not a competition. I'm sure James ain't going to go for too much longer, but who knows? I don't even know how long he normally streams for. But then we have Scott Rails, who will sit there and stream for 4 or 5, almost 9, 12 hours. Like what I used to do back in the day on my old channel. Yeah. So. Yeah, and I do got the 3D printer going, but it's not, I don't know. working out some more road modules, but they're not really turning out all that great. And I thought, well, wait a minute. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I'm not going to try and fix it. I'm just going to let it print the way it is, because now it's going to look like, and I'm printing them off and using up this green PLA that I really don't like, because it's just not the hyper stuff. It's just straight ordinary PLA. I really don't care for it too much. So I just thought, well, I'll make a bunch of road systems out of it, road modules, because I'm going to cut them up anyways. And I got looking at it. I thought, well, if I sand that down and once I prime it, get the primer on it and start weathering it and getting it the right color, it's going to look like there's little potholes, everything in there molded right into it, and broken down sidewalks, broken sewer, manhole cover that's rusted right out, type deal, So a lot of imperfections happening when I'm printing, and I'm working on the fifth one right now. No, actually the fourth one right now. The fourth one. So I got to print a bunch of these off, because there's going to be a bunch of roads going all over my layout. Some city streets, and a lot of it's going to be country roadside. So. Did some airbrushing today, got some more road pieces already painted up and ready to be installed. I got to do a couple more road pieces, get those all painted up. Get them in, and then I'm going to go over everything with the airbrush again once everything's installed, and do a little highlights here and there, lightening it up. We'll see how it turns out. I'll have to get some photographs of some streets around here and to see how the texture is, and see if I can somewhat match it. That's why we have the two airbrushes. So where I can go in and just kind of go in and spray what I need to spray and highlight it. Don't get in so close. Have it off to a distance. Do some shading type. I'll figure it out, because I'm still learning my airbrush anyways. So I know the majority of how to do things with an airbrush, but there's still a lot of stuff I would like to learn and home on. MB7's in the house. How you doing, MB7? Good to see you. Well, I used to make my roads out of smooth it and cover the track and everything, but I found that to be a real pain, because now I got to sit there with the modeler's knife and carve out the wheel flanges in the road. And a lot of sanding, and it's just like that's just. I found a different way. Just print some roads off, level it out, boom, done. Just make some road modules with some sidewalks. And if you don't want the sidewalks, you cut them off, and you can always save the sidewalks for something else. Nothing goes to waste on a model railroad. Reuse, repurposed. If you can't reuse and repurpose it, that's right. Give it to somebody else who might be able to use it. So there we go. All right, I think we're going to flip over to the other camera now there, Fishy.
Are ya?
Yep, doing good, thanks. Just hanging in on this snowy, blowing night. Yeah, I know what you mean, snowy, blowing night. All right. Oh, yeah, sure. There we go. I was going to say, oh, no, my cameras are not going to work. We got them working. All right, as you can see, we've got the road in and going down towards where the printer is on either side. Getting that stretch done. As you can see where the road is, if you're looking on the right side of your screen, you can see where my phone's leaning up against the pillar where the track is. This is where I'm talking about. There's not a whole lot of room for a lot of wide buildings in this area, so they're going to have to be very small, very skinny little buildings back in through there. As for the other part, well, then the other part's a little bit wider. That's just how it is. You got a snowblower going?
Who, me?
Yeah, what's that noise?
Mixer. I can always mute me if you want for now.
I was just wondering, all of a sudden you hear this. Like, what is that?
So who went live? Did you say Sparky went live?
No, James is live.
Oh, well, earlier though, like 5-10 minutes ago, you said somebody said something about somebody else going live or something. I don't know.
I said, if you're going to worry about somebody else that's going live who's in the same hobby as you are, you can't worry about them. Just go live when you're planning to do. You can't sit there and go, well, if he's going live, that means I can't go live. No, you can't do that. Or else, because if you are going to do that, you're never going to go live. So it's like, don't worry about it. This is the time I've set for myself. This is the time I'm going live, and if it overlaps somebody else's radio channel, so be it. Big deal.
A lot of people are on James. Oh, on James stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm missing content if I can't see James, so he must not be here.
Yeah.
I haven't tried this yet. Should I try it?
Well, yeah, try it.
I probably won't like it though.
You won't. You don't know until you try it.
Hi, MB7.
No. So.
Oh, I see. MB7 said snowblower or mixer. Ha.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a lot of great ideas. I do have a lot of small buildings, and that just might fit in there and stuff. So. I just got to, place where the sidewalk's going to go and how I'm going to figure out how the road is going to be, because we have to have parking on one side, not the other type deal. So
I hear the snowblower outside again now.
So as you can see on the other side of the rail, you can see where the concrete sidewalk goes down on the other side. That's the curb edge is going to be painted red, which it's going to be no stopping type thing. I am going to make a pedestrian crossing going right straight across to the other side of the street there that goes across the track. I was going to paint the concrete yellow, and I thought, no, I'll just leave it the way it is, and I'll just put some red markings along the curb edge, for no stopping or parking type area. And then figure out how I'm going to paint my lines, because the lines on the road are going to be all airbrushed in. Henry Lewis. Hi, Ron. Long time. Looking nice. Yeah, thank you, Henry. Henry Lewis is in the house. How you doing, Henry? Good to see you.
Who's Henry?
There's a guy named Henry. Henry starts with an H, ends with a Y.
Aha. Does he have a layout? That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, all right. So let's get over to there because we got a couple more road modules to put in yet. So let me get over there, explain things, get some sidewalks out. Mind you, the sidewalks are not going to be that funky looking color. I printed them off because that's the PLA I wanted to use up. And everything's all going to be painted anyways. Let me know if you can't hear me or if I need to speak up.
Ask me to see if you can see it.
Are you done with that snow blower yet or what?
I'm making no, but what are you wondering? Show me.
All right. So
You're doing, and I'll mute when I walk away for now.
Seems how.
Yeah, you can see it if you stay on the layout like that. You can see it. If you go up any higher, you're not going to see. They're building all the way. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so stay right there.
If you can see this sidewalk here, the original one that I made for this, we're going to cut that off because we're not going to be using this anymore. So I'm going to have to cut this out and cut it around the doorway, or try and peel the rest of the bottom off and start from scratch again. That's probably what I might be doing. So we have to figure out how much space do I have. Put a sidewalk in. And these are my smaller buildings that I have. So I can stick a rail car on here on the other track. And to see, because there's a little bit of a turn here, I got to get that distance just right. And I don't think I'm going to have enough for an alleyway in the back. I think that's going to be how that's going to be. Like so. Then we have our corner piece that should go here, just on the very edge. So if I set that up and try and go in, and making sure that the rail car ain't going to clip that building where that needs to come in a bit. Just kind of eyeball things a bit. So we've got a car parked here. He's dropping somebody off. And we have a big truck coming down. Well, I want to make sure there's enough clearance between, and that's getting real iffy there. So it's what will happen is this sidewalk will be smaller. The building would be put. Let's get one that's got none of this on here. All right. So here's a building that's a little bit smaller. So that would be push that sidewalk under a bit more. So it's out a bit. Move this back a bit. Now we're going to put a car there, and then we're going to see. We've got to get this just right. Well, that moved a bit. You'll get the idea. Okay. There's enough clearance there between that truck and the car. Now we need to find out if we got enough clearance between the locomotive and the truck. And oh yeah, just enough clearance between there. So that's going to look pretty good. Anybody have any questions about that setup?
All I see is MB7 says it's looking good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing something fun. What's in the printer? That's the question. What's going on in the printer? Yeah. Tell her what's in the printer.
Oh, the printer is printing off these road modules here. You see that okay? As you can see, it's not really printing all that good.
See it fine, honey. Just leave it there.
Okay. But once I sand, I'm going to sand all that down and highlight all these imperfections to make it look like an old broken down road. You've got a broken down sewer. There's where the manhole cover is. Sidewalks are kind of cracked. It's supposed to look like this when it's done printing. This one I painted. So this is how it's supposed to look. So when I talked about airbrushing a red line, I talked about airbrushing right here, this little piece right in here, all red, and leaving this the concrete color. So that means putting tape down here, putting tape over there, leaving this exposed. And then, of course, I'll get in there with my little paintbrush and paint the sewer grates a rusty color right in there. So that's a lot of fine detail work. And I've got the paintbrushes to get in there to do it. But this is what I'm printing off. This is how it turns out. So I thought, well, that'll be an old rural road somewhere. Nothing goes to waste. So that's how this is going to look. So far, that's my plan. We'll just have to do one of these buildings one at a time as we go that way. We're going to work on this end here first. Once I get the other two pieces of road in down here, then we're going to start working. And we're going to build the town this way. We're going to go this way with it. So we'll get the locomotive and everything out of the way because I am going to install a piece of road. We'll get that done. And of course, my adhesive of choice is nothing but Gorilla Glue. Now, I gotta find my green tape. What the hell did I do? I move things around, and now I forget where I put my roll of green tape. Oh, there it is, underneath my coat. I got to put green tape just underneath this, where this hole is. That you see the hole. Got to put it under there and drop a manhole cover in there.
MB7 says, I like all the details you're doing.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to put that in first. Little piece of tape.
Looks like you're doing a commercial for Gorilla Glue.
It's my glue of choice because it lasts a long time.
This looks like a commercial for it.
You know. All right, so I'm going to need to turn another set of lights on, so it's going to get bright all of a sudden because I need to see what I'm doing here. Of course, now on the back of this is where the glue is going to go, and this is going to be pushed tight against the rail because all of the outer ties that are normally on the rail are cut right off. Now, this rail, when I did earlier, came loose, so I just basically dropped some Gorilla Glue back down inside here. Push that rail back in and use this and pushed it in, and then used my truck gauge to make sure it got put back into proper gauge, which it is. Now I don't have to worry about it, but once I get this side glued in, that rail will never move again. I put a healthy amount of this glue on too. So I want to make sure it's never going to move. You know, some people say, "Oh, that's too much. That's overkill." Yeah, well, that's me. I go above and beyond what you think you need. Always do a little bit more than what you think you need. Because if you don't, then you wonder, well, maybe I shouldn't have added so little glue. I'm going to stick it and shove this down. Make sure I got my rows lined up and got that tight against the rail. And don't glue your fingers to your work. So I just have a few more ties to cut out to put the next piece in. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more ties to get rid of. And then I can put the next piece of road in right here. So I always like to hang on to it just to make sure it's not going to move. And then while I'm hanging on to it, I'm going to check one more time. You know, I just want to make sure everything is still engaged track wise. And look, that slides along real nice. Look at that. Okay. And that rail sits just high enough, the right height, that when the train comes by, the trucks or the plow or whatever is not going to hit. Or when the truck cleaning car comes along, it's not going to scrape along on the sidewalk. So I figured this is going to be a good idea. That way, the track looks like it's embedded in the concrete. And once this side's done, I'm going to have to redo this, like paint it in order to match over here. So get it all matched. I'm not going to redo this. I'm just going to get in there with the airbrush and paint it. But I want to get some tape on here and tape off the rails because I don't feel like you can paint on the rails or else I'll be spending hours trying to clean the paint off the freaking rails. You know. So it's bad enough you get little bits of glue on your rail, but that's easy to clean up and the track rubber. So we got that. We better get that back on before. That's my glue of choice of gluing things down is right here, Gorilla Glue or the Gorilla Carpenter's glue. And that's what's holding the cork down. Is that Gorilla Carpenter's glue. That's beautiful stuff, man. I'll tell you. There we go. Now, like I said, we've got 9 more ties to get rid of. And I don't want to move the camera, so we're going to play with fire.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, see, I like to heat up the knife because this goes through like butter, so I'm not applying pressure on the track at all. And when I cut down on it, I go in on a 45-degree angle in towards the center of the track. That way, I don't have any sanding to do in order to get the road system butt against the bottom of that rail.
Ah.
And it comes out just like that, just that quick. I know somebody said, "Oh, Dremel would be faster." Yeah, but I don't want to be doing a lot of cutting into things because I might ruin what I'm trying to do too. Well, I'd rather do it this way.
There's no new comments, if you're wondering. That's what stopped our restream.
So this is how we do this. Everybody's got their own way to do it. You want to Dremel and try and do what I want to do? Well, hey, go ahead. I wish you lots of luck. You can get it done without damaging your track. Because all the Dremel is going to do is melt it anyways. This basically goes through slow and precise. It don't take long to do it all. if somebody can find a faster way than what I'm doing, hey, that would be great. But it's called all my years of experience doing this and building. I've built so many damn railroads.
Yeah,
Different labels. And I always am coming up with something new to do every time. Now that I've cleaned all the ties out of here, there's still going to be residue in the groove of the rail on the outside. Right. So I'm going to heat my knife up and I'm going to clean all that residue out of there. Because there might be some, there's still little leftover bits of plastic. Because I want a nice smooth area for when I do my gluing. And this just basically cleans up that little channel between the bottom and the top of the rail. There's a little channel that sits there. And that's where everything's going to be sitting. And then I'm going to run my knife to see if I have any bumps. Which I'm tight against the rail. I don't feel any bumps. It's a nice smooth. And then we have a part where there used to be a feeder wire in this track from the old layout. So I'm going to have to get in there with the Dremel and I'm going to have to smooth that back very carefully. So we'll just set it on a somewhat of a low speed. All I'm doing is just cutting that solder to match the channel between the bottom and the top of the rail. Very carefully and lightly. All right, I think that's going to be good. So because we had to do some work in that area, I'm going to do a test fit and to see if everything is sitting flush from this corner to this corner. See if there's any movement. Look at that. That's perfect. Beautiful. Now that bottom channel of the rail, you know how the bottom of your rail is always wider than the top of the rail? That little channel actually sits in this little tiny groove that gets automatically made. There's a little groove that sits right in here. In between the bottom and the top, there's that little groove, and that's where all the glue goes, and that's where it's sitting up against the rail. And all we're doing is just filling that channel up. And it's not a very big channel either, so. But it works. When I tried that and I looked at it, I thought, boy, that rail, bottom of the rail just slides right in there nicely. I got lucky on that part. Almost forgot my green tape. Until I turned over and had a look. Oh, I need my green tape. So get this glued in. Now I am going to have to go and get some small pinstriping tape type thing to mark off, because I am planning on airbrushing the lines right into the road instead of trying to use pinstripe. I got to figure out how wide my line should be, and then run that tape down, and then take the rest of the road off, and then I got myself a nice little clear area to airbrush my lines into. Slide that tight. Make sure that's sitting in the rail. Make sure I got my right height. It should be a fingernail high. There we go. Rail is. So just get it sitting in there. Quite nice. So I have two more sections of road to paint, which go down here, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do this yet in here, because there's going to be another crossing right here. So I got to kind of figure out that road between here and this area and down here. So this is why I'm only going this far. And this is why we're going to work down at that end and work this way. Because then that gives me a lot of time for drawing out and planning as I'm working this way. This is why I say this module is going to take a couple of months to build, because I'm not rushing it. I'm just going to take my time doing it. And I'm sure when it's all done, it's going to look fantastic. Once all the buildings are lit and we got all the street lights and everything, I'm kind of figuring the pedestrian crossing is probably going to go about here, across the street here. Of course, another pedestrian crossing at the intersections. But I want another one in the middle of town that comes across this way. So I'm still mulling the idea over of having working streetlights and a working pedestrian crossing. The cars will not be running up and down on here at all. They'll be stationary. I'm not into that Magna Rail stuff, because I guess that Magna Rail makes a lot of noise and a hell of a racket. So I was like, yeah, why even bother? So not into all that. Looks good, you know. It's road system on a railroad only goes to a certain point and then ends. It goes off into the distance this way, or off into the distance this way, you know.
Looking good, honey.
I need 6 manhole covers. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, there's a Floyd. He just popped in just now.
What? I got 5. I need 6.
Did you hear me?
Hi. Yep. How you doing, Floyd? Good to see you, man.
Floyd.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to paint a manhole cover up.
I found a pair of gloves that I think is somebody else's gloves I left here. So
Oh,
She's theirs. Church friend when her kids were here, I think they were borrowing her gloves and then they got left here.
oh yeah.
'Cause I didn't even know there was gloves left here. But I heard that she was missing a pair of gloves. So I think these are hers. So
Right.
not mine. So it's got to be.
See, this is why we put the tape there, because all you're going to do is just drop a bead of glue there, like a little drop, and then drop the manhole cover in. The 3D printer printed these out really good. So just got to take some of the brim off. And well, that one's all right. That one's all right. That one's all right. All right. It's one drop in the center. Uh-oh, this one's getting low. There we go. Give the glue time to set up.
Yeah.
And just drop and push that in just a wee bit, not a whole much. There we go.
A wee bit, huh?
Yep. Yeah, if I push it in too much, it's going to sink to below the pavement, and I don't want that. I want it sitting flush. So as it dries, it'll probably suck it down anyways, but oh, no, wrong way. Nope, get out of there. Oh, I got glue on my work. Don't get glue on your work, people. There we go. We saved it. Woo-hoo. All right. I know. Somebody made a comment. The manhole covers are on the wrong side. Well, you know what? I've seen streets with manhole covers on that side of the street. So my railroad, my town, I put the manhole covers where I want in my sewers. There we go. Last one.
My Aldi bag.
There we go. Bingo. In we go.
My pajamas.
I thought I had another painted one sticking around somewhere, but I'm not going to get my paint out for just one manhole cover for right now.
That's why I couldn't find my pajamas. They were in my collect a bunch of stuff and go through box.
Right.
Right. That's what you said. Right.
Right. Right.
That's your cover up phrase when you're not really listening.
Yeah. That is my cover up phrase.
I know.
All right, so this is going to look awesome. Here the rope is on the track. Get on the track.
What about what?
There we go.
Ah.
Get on the track. There we go. And we're just gonna.
What you were trying to say.
We're just gonna lightly push it. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And look how much clearance I got between that plow in the sidewalk on either side. Pull that back a bit. That's perfect. Yeah, if you notice, there's no trip pin on the front of that locomotive. So now we're going to find one that's got a trip pin on it. Then we're going to put my trusty RS2 on here. And there's no trip pin on this because this needs a long shank coupler on it. So that's Fishy's SD40-2, by the way.
Yep.
So look how much clearance we got. That's going to look awesome. Especially when you got a big truck sitting here and the train goes by. And then you got a taxi cab sitting across the tracks getting hit.
We have another person in here. Yeah, James. He waltzed in.
Here we go. How you doing, James?
And like I said, I usually butcher names, but Q-Bar or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what I think of this. It's not something I go buy, but it's not terrible. This mango cart thing. It's okay, I guess. Something to sip on. Having too much fun with your truck.
Well, I'm just checking to make sure that, that everything's going to roll now. Look at that.
Oh, there's some puppies for adoption. They're so cute.
There we go. Good to see you, James. Kabur is here.
What'd you say?
Kabur.
Is it Kabur?
Yeah.
I don't know how you say it.
Well, that's how I'm figuring out how to say it.
I said Q-Bar. I said Q-Bar, I think, or Cuber. I don't know. I recognize the person. I'm just not very good at pronouncing it.
That's all right. I know. Yeah, we recognize the person too. We're just.
There's a puppy that's for adoption. It has 2 different colored eyes. So cute.
Out of model railroading going into adopting puppies.
It popped up on my feed.
Oh. Yeah, so there we go. All right, next up is trying to figure out let's see, sidewalk and stuff. So we're just in the figuring out stages right now in this end of the town. Figure out. Still got to extend the road down between here and here. I'm getting that done. So my other 3D print is done. And the roads ain't getting any better. They're getting worse. That's okay. It's going to look good, though. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to print one more off for the night. Go over to my printer and hit print. Then we're going to switch cameras. So I think that's going to be almost doing it for the screen, but we'll see. I'm not sure how long I'm going for tonight, so. Just getting everything checked out, so we don't need the big light on anymore. There we go. That way people can see it better. So it's not so much glare. So, like I said, between the trick pin and here, I already knew that was going to be a good height. It's my clearance between here and here is what I was looking at more. So my clearance between here is like perfect. Right now I'm touching the bottom of the truck, going down. You can see how far the knife travels. So there's the bottom of the sitting on the concrete and going up. Like lots of clearance there. No drag because I'm lightly pushing it. And when you lightly push things, you can feel a drag. All of a sudden it'll tighten up. But there's hardly any, like no drag at all, really. No drag. Just pushes right on through.
Wow. I could about cry right now. In a good way.
Oh, look awesome.
I said in a good way I could cry. You know my one local friend that's here often and I talk about her all the time, and we're not going to say her name online, but you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
She's had a lot of things. She was in a car accident in the past, and she has that one leg that always gets all swollen up because of the lymph system being ruined.
Yeah.
She just sent me a photo of her leg, and she said it doesn't even do justice, but she said, look how small my leg is tonight. And she sent me the photo, and holy cow, it almost looks like a normal leg, and it's usually very inflated because of all the fluid. So that's huge for her. She hasn't had relief of that for a very long time, ever since the injuries, I think, which has been like 8 years ago. And the only thing she's changed is she started these patches that I keep telling her. So that's pretty cool.
Remember this building?
Yeah.
Okay, this is we're gonna name this Fishy's Dance Bar.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Where people go and have dance, not the other kind of dance bar. So I'm thinking that used to sit down here. So I'm thinking about maybe putting it here on the corner.
Well, that's okay. I made sourdough pancakes. I was pretty sure I did something else. Darn it. Silly me.
Put our curb and sidewalk there in the corner. They can see, like I said, the sidewalk's going to be a little bit, they're not going to be that wide because by the time you set the building on there, there you go. Something like that. Now the job is between here and here is to get everything shimmed up nice so that when this sits on the very edge of the road, to the very edge, it'll sit nice and level. So you don't have so we're going to have to shim everything under here in order to get it's set up just right. So this will be set back a bit. So I might even be back a bit, even maybe even a bit more because I have to accommodate tractor trailers turning down here. So that building might go there, or it might go this way too, or it could go over here. There's a lot of, because I got lots of room over here for it to go on, especially right here where the train comes through here. So I think, yeah, actually, I think that building's going to go right here. That's what's going to happen. And then we've got a small little parking lot right in here. All good. Well, guess where that building is going? That's going to go right here. And if I get it just right, I might be able to set up maybe just a tiny little patio along here. Just got to make sure we get it the right distance from the track. This is where an uncoupling magnet is, so you know when you're in the middle, when your car is like that, or somewhat close, and go uncouple, goes into the brewery. So yeah, okay, so that's what do you think?
Looking good. Looking good.
Yep, I think that building is going to go right here. So there we go. So I'm not going to move that building. I'm going to leave that right where it is. We're going to put that building right here. So that building is going to go right there. Now, seeing how there's no bottom to it, we're going to put an interior on the bottom floor. I'm not going to worry about the second floor because I'm not going to leave the damn roof off without destroying the building. So I'm just going to put an interior in there. And little lights, and the windows are big enough where you'll be able to see like a little bit of a bar and a little bit of a dance floor and light things up. I can put a ceiling in. Yeah, I'll put a ceiling in and get that sealed up. But this top portion of the building won't be lit. And I might try and light this section up by maybe drilling a small little hole just to let some light through. We'll see. If not, that won't be lit. Just the bottom floor will be lit. There we go. So there's the Fisher's Dance Bar.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out, because I get a bunch of small little buildings like this, so they're probably all going to be littered all down through here. That one will probably maybe go right here. Like so. Well, we know where the first building's going. So we'll be working on this section in here, getting that ready, and then getting that building and getting the lights and get the ceilings installed in that one, and getting the interior done. We're going to do one building at a time. So, boom, this is the next thing to get done. So I've already got a file for restaurant furniture. Let's go inside. All I have to do is round up some people that are sitting down and get them all glued and get everything all painted up nice and get a nice floor in there.
I forgot about these. What are they called? These shirts I asked you if you wanted. I'll get them to you eventually.
Yeah.
Remember that tank tops? That's what they're called. Remember?
Yep. So this is what the corner would look like if I put that building there and this here. So that's what that's going to look like. And we'll have to get a couple of fire hydrants put around here somewhere, and probably a street light here on either side. Depending on what side I want the street light on, to shine out. So obviously this is going to be a dead end road. So that'll be a no exit road right there. That's really gonna put that in. I got to file for Jersey barriers, so I'm gonna put some Jersey barriers there, and they're gonna be painted yellow with a dead end sign on the very end of it. So that'll look pretty cool. There we go. You're seeing what I'm doing in progress here. I'm getting everything done. Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
We'll see how we are by the end of January. Who knows, I might be until the end of March before this section of the layout is done. So I'm gonna move my mic back where it normally is. And we're gonna flip the camera back. We got 13 people in here watching. Thank you everybody for coming. And I'm gonna switch back the camera. Yeah, hey, it worked. Hey. So now I do have an apartment building here, a 3-story walk-up that I've been printing off. Now I did print off some balconies. I'm going to leave them green because we all know how god-awful and ugly 3-story walk-ups look, right? And I'm going to leave it this peach color. But the balconies they fit right in here like so. Okay. So they're going to fit. Oh, hang on. Let me get this right. That's how it's going to look. And there is an interior where you can see them. I did print off a set of stairs. I got to print off another set of stairs to go up in the 3-story walk-up. And then we've got the walls, the interior walls all printed off. I just got to get them off the brim. And then we have all the windows printed off as well. I just have to get all those and break up all the brims out of the windows and everything. So this building is almost ready to be put together. And we do have floors. First floor. Here's the second floor. You got to do one more floor. You got to do 3 floors. So you do 3 of these. This is what the front of the building is going to look like. The building's not very wide either. It's very small. So I figure I'm going to print 2 more of these off. Now, they're not going to be the same color. They're going to be god-awful different colors too. And they're going to be put in the segment of 3 blocks. So you all know how ugly 3-story walk-ups are. and then we'll have to put some trashy vehicles in there and everything out. Put a police presence around there like big time, you know. Got to do the real life things, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, if I feel like splurging, or if I save up some money, maybe I'll get some actually police cars, working lights, and everything else. And that way, they're surrounding a vehicle, lights are flashing, and the cops are out there chasing somebody. You know, just to be funny.
When they need money.
Just to be funny. You know. Got to think about, what do you see when you drive up and down? You see a cop car chasing somebody down the street, or you see a cop on foot trying to run somebody down. So we're gonna try and depict all that in certain areas of the layout. I was going to try and fit a fire department in somewhere in downtown here, but I just can't get it in. And I just don't got the room. So the fire department's going to be a couple of miles away from the city. If I put one in.
One day you get money, I guess.
So, you know. But what kind of street lights am I going to have? I'm not sure. I've been looking at some, but I have to check to see what I got, because I would like to use what I got up. What I got here. Use what I got left. I don't think I have very many. I might just have enough to finish, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And OVR has a cop car set with many printed figures. Well, I'm going to try and print my own people out. We're going to see how that works out. We'll see how small the things I can print. Actually, I can print things out pretty small, so I don't know. I'll have to try it out. I did print off these gluing jigs, by the way. When you put buildings together, you use your little clamps and put clamps around them and clamp them into place and glue your corners in. That way you keep your building nice and square. So I printed 4 of these off.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm going to use this as my gluing jig. Piece of masonite, right? I'm just going to glue one of these, or I should say 2 of those, to the base. And then when I'm doing my corners, I can clamp them in and then put this around the top of the building, right? Get it glued in, secure it, let the glue set up, and then continue that way. I'm not going to sit here and fight trying to line these corners up. Now I still have lots of this stuff left.
Oh, the pink stuff.
Yeah, well, the multicolored PLA.
Yeah.
So this is the first one that I did that's got no bottom to it. So we're going to make some styrene strips to seal in the bottom here. But before we do that, we're going to add some weight in here for Sparky's well cars. Because you know how light, everybody knows how light the well cars are, and they're not very heavy. Well, we're going to add weight to this and put this in the well car, and it's going to add a little more weight to that well car once we get these all weighted up. So I'm going to be printing a bunch more of these with no bottoms. So he's got 12. So we have 11 more to go. So I'm going to print probably 4 more of these off. So he'll have 5 of these little funky colored ones. And then the rest will be whatever color I decide. And then we'll just use some styrene sheets, trace around it, cut it out. Get the weights glued down inside, seal the bottom up, drop them in the well car. And that way, the weights will be planted pretty much over the trucks. You keep the trucks planted down onto the rail. So this is where this car is coming in handy by doing that. And we've got to get the proper weight, the correct scale weight for that size of car, and put that correct amount in this container. And then set that in the car, which will help. It'll help stabilize those well cars, because I know how light they are, because I used to have them. So. And then if you need more weight on that well car, well, then you put another container on top of this one, and you've added more weight. So.
Do you see yeah, OVR. Hey Ron, OVR has a cop car set with mini print figures.
Yeah. Yeah, all those stick-on tire weights that everybody gets for those wheel weights for your rims, those stick-on jobbies, I get those. I get them used. I get them for free. I get them from my mechanic. So he just gives me a bunch of them, and basically I'll just clean them up, get all the grease and everything off of them, clean them up, and then use those to weigh down the cars if they need to be weighted. Because once you get the bottom cut out for this, right, you get the bottom set, you just glue the weights in. Use Gorilla Glue, snap, boom, glue them in. Run a small little bead of Gorilla Glue around here. Put this on top, seal it up, and you're done.
Oh geez, how'd I do? Oh.
That's how Floyd gets his too. There you go. Now I do got automotive double-sided tape here as well. You know, he's taped them on it, but I want to make sure the weights ain't going anywhere. So we use the super glue, the Gorilla Glue, not the gel stuff, the stuff that don't take long to bond. You put it on both sides of your surface type thing. Let it sit for a few minutes. Boom, it's bonded. As soon as you set it down, it grabs. Now I didn't do that with the track, but either way, once I push that road piece into where the glue is going to go around the track anyways. and seal it up in there. So, and I put lots in there, by the way. As I can see, as I'm pushing it in tight into the rail, I'm looking down. I can see it squishing out towards the top of the rail. It's like, oh, don't come up too far. I don't want to have to clean the rail. You know, so I know that's not going anywhere now. So even when I glued down that centerpiece in the middle of the track, what do you think I used to glue it down? Gorilla Glue. And I used a lot of it, and it oozed down between everything. It just went out and dropped down, so that track ain't going nowhere. I even pulled it because I pulled the nails out as I was doing it, so there's no nails holding that section of track in.
No?
No, it's all glue. Well, because the nails were making things a little bumpy. I thought, well, I got to remove that nail, so I did a little bit at a time as I went down.
Oh.
That's why I said I'm not going to attempt to try and redo the center of the track. Be like, I'll end up ripping ties out and everything, and then it'll be like, nope, all that road work I've done will be all for nothing. So I'm just going to leave well enough alone. I could probably cut some thin strips of styrene to put on either side just to make it a little bit better, but I don't know. We'll see. Right now, I'm just leaving well enough alone. I'm just going to leave it alone. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Either that, or I can put some plastic putty in there and putty it in and sand it down a bit and then repaint it, and then make sure there's enough clearance for the wheel flanges to go through. That's my only concern. Make sure the wheel flanges have got enough room to pivot back and forth a little bit. So, all right. Well, it's 9:34. Let's see. We'll go for another, I don't know, 14 minutes, 1:45. I'm going to end it. So at 9:45, we're going to call an end to the stream. Happy New Year. Yep. Happy New Year to everybody. If we don't see you again soon, hope everybody has a safe and good New Year's. Remember, don't drink and drive. And then projects that I got to get done. I got to get, after this, I got to get Sparky's logos done. I got to get my RSD 4/5, it says on the box, and that's what it is, to go with my RS2, and it's the Atlas/Kato model, which is going to be painted up. If I can find the right decals, I'll do it the olive green like my other one. If not, it's just going to go CN black. So that's it. Boom. And it's just going to have CN with the wet noodle on it. And bingo. So that's going to get sound. And I'm going to mill out the nose weights on either ends. Mill those out so it can accommodate a sugar tube speaker on either end, so I'm going to make little speaker pockets like I did with my RS2. Then put those weights back in. Yes, we're going to lose a little bit of weight, but not all that much. So, and then I got to get to work on my GP7s, Atlas / Kato, like this one. Okay. This entire frame is metal. The walkways are metal. They're not plastic. The only thing that's plastic that's on this locomotive are the handrails. The rest of this thing is all weight. And I have 3 of these. They're in Canadian Pacific, by the way. So I have 3 of them. And as you can see, I've already got this one ready to accept the 21-pin decoder. And we have a small little cell phone speaker attached. So won't be no ditch lights on there. I thought about putting ditch lights, and I thought, well, wait a minute, I won't be able to drill into that because it's metal. So I'm not going to monkey with it. I'm not going to fool around with it. I'm just going to leave it, and it's not going to have any ditch lights. So I have 3 of those GP7s. And those are hard to find too, especially in Canadian Pacific. So, because these are the ones that are made in Japan, not China. Because don't forget, back in the day, Kato was doing the chassis and the motors and everything for Atlas, and Atlas was just putting the bodies on top. And then eventually Atlas decided they were going to copy the motor and stuff, but they should have stuck with the metal frame. They didn't, so the one I got's got a plastic frame. Oh, well. At least I'll be able to put ditch lights on that RS3. I should say RSD 4 5 or 5 4, whatever, however you want. See that locomotive sitting right here. Okay, just get this out. Okay, and there we go. This beauty right here. This 6-axle. Once I get this all done up and get sound into it, it's going to be awesome. And it says right on the box. Now, if I can just get it, it says made in Japan. And that's what I look for. When I see a bunch of these on eBay, if I can't see where it's made on the side, I won't touch it. But as soon as I see the name made in Japan, I'm going to snap it up and buy it. Because these things run excellent. Even though there's not much detail, but hey, we can detail it ourselves and do what we want. But these things run excellent, and they've got good weight to them. So I will snap those up in an instant, just like that. Bang. All right, we got 4 minutes left. Pitchy, what are you doing? What's that? Lunch.
What do you want?
We're getting ready to end. Hello.
Hello.
Well, eventually, maybe some of these Star Wars ships will end up in the garage overflying the layout. Look, I even printed off this Star Trek, and there's the Enterprise. Ooh.
Big boy toys.
Yep.
You see Todd is here.
Yeah, Todd was here.
Todd is here. Yeah.
What are you doing with this?
Hmm.
What are you cutting with the scissors? Well, can't that wait until after we're done?
And that goes on here.
Oh.
Was it too loud?
Oh, yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Well, not like I can't wait after this stream. Oh, well, anyways. Face orange, raised elbows. Hi, guys.
Want to talk about? We can talk, but otherwise, I'm just here listening, honey.
So, what time is it? Well, we got 2 minutes. Let's see. How much longer before that last road system is done? Hang on. I gotta go have a look. Oh, it's got 20 minutes yet to print. 20 minutes left to go on that road that it's actually doing, which is not printing all that well, but hey, it's gonna make for a unique road system once we see all the little dips and cracks. And
Well, you want to go live till then, or what?
no, we're done in we have 1 minute left.
Oh, I was just curious. I mean, I know you like to wait till they're ended too.
No, it's got 20 minutes, and I want to do some other things here. So,
Are you going to bed?
no, I want to go outside and have a smoke, but I want to get some other things done on the layout.
Oh,
So
okay.
I got to make shims. I want to make some shims and everything. So, in order to start shimming up that one building, and
Todd likes battle cruisers.
which one?
I don't know. Ask him.
The Star Destroyer or the Venator class from the Clone Wars? Here, I'll tilt that. There's that one.
I like the red and
Everybody loves what I did, the red and the black.
the yellow.
And then here's the original one. This is how it's supposed to look. Okay.
I like the black one.
Now, I did another one in two-tone gray and black. You can see the lighter gray and
They
the
got
dark gray.
gotta make the thing.
Hang on. Here we go. Oh, every time I move.
Yeah, now it's mad at you again.
No, just sit back in front of it. There.
Now it likes you.
Okay. See there?
Yeah.
Those are the three different ones I did.
He
Yeah.
likes the red and black one. That one's the best. That's sharp.
This one here is in two-tone gray as well. This one here. And then this one's in the original gray color.
I think you should do more of the black ones.
So
I wouldn't mind having a black one.
but those doors actually open up. So this is like a flying aircraft carrier. They actually open up.
Oh, so it's not just a display. It actually functions, huh?
Yeah, look. See? They open up.
Oh, I think I knew that, but I forgot.
Yeah.
You never asked me, I wouldn't have known.
And then you know the Y fighters?
Yeah.
Oh, the Y fighters, the next wings come out of there.
Oh, that's why it opened.
Yeah. So it's a battle cruiser / aircraft carrier. Is what it is.
Can you add some micro LEDs?
I don't. No, because it's a solid 3D print. I've got no way of running wires or anything because
there's probably a way.
everything is all printed off in seconds.
If he had some surgery, maybe. Good.
So,
right?
now I can probably try some fluorescent paint on here.
Well,
to make
could
it look like it's
on the
lit.
side? You don't have to be on the inside, do you? Or do they have to be on the inside?
Well, to hide the wires.
Oh, I see. Can't stick I suppose if you stick a hole in, it'll be evident, huh?
Yeah. Unless I run a bunch of LEDs that's got.
Do they have ones that don't have wires, or are they all wires?
If I wired up a bunch of LEDs to magnetic wire, which is very tiny,
Oh, there you go.
but then trying to cut little channels in to try and hide them.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. All right, that's it. Happy New Year, everybody. We'll catch everybody later. I might be doing a New Year's stream. Who knows? Haven't decided yet. But if
You haven't decided yet.
I do, well, then we'll see everybody then. If not, we'll catch everybody next year on the next one. So I'm going to wish everybody a Happy New Year.
What do you know when you're doing another one? Maybe New Year's. I heard that, but do you have a schedule, or no?
Next time I go live?
I mean, I know New Year's is an exception, but you know how some people have a schedule of when they're going to go live, every Monday.
Well, right now, because of the holidays, it's going to be the spur of the moment. Who knows? I might even go live tomorrow afternoon.
That's what I mean. Right now it's a little bit wacky, but after that, you don't have a plan yet. Okay.
After that, I'm going to be doing what's on Toy Man's Workbench every Friday night, and that's going to start at 9:00 at night.
There you go. See, it's good to have a routine because some people.
That's after the new year. That's going to be what's on Toy Man's Workbench this week, and
Cool.
so it's either going to be working on the module, or I'm going to be doing putting models together for the module.
Okay.
So, or it's going to be painting, do a little airbrushing. Boom, 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 boom. I got to bring in my other workbench because what I'm airbrushing on, just not cutting it. I'm going to set up. I'm going to set up an air booth so I can get rid of all the stuff. So I'm going to have an actual air booth running. So that'll be something that I'm going to have to build.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of work, so don't do that.
What's that?
The wires and stuff. He said that sounds like a lot of work. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a lot of work.
Anyways, continue. Yeah.
So, anyways, all right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one. Until then, happy model rail running. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch everybody later. Bye
Good
for
to
now.
see everybody. Thanks for being here.
See ya.